Gorilla Tag ghosts are everywhere. Almost every lobby you go into on any map, you will probably find someone pretending to be a Gorilla Tag ghost. But nobody's as good as pretending to be a Gorilla Tag ghost as this guy is. Jonsan, in my books, is the #1 Gorilla Tag ghost troller in the world. So today I sat down with him to find out why he does this and how he got to the position where he is today. But before I get into the video, I have a really big announcement. When I hit 50,000 subscribers, I will be releasing a jmancurly interview. That's right, the one, the only jmancurly. So if you want to see that happen, then hit the subscribe button. We're getting really close to 50,000 subscribers. Anyway, enjoy the video. How did you find out about VR?
So this was back in, I want to say summer, or actually like spring of 2021. I was at my friend's house, his name's Rocky, and he showed me his Oculus Quest 2, and he convinced me to save up my money just from like birthdays and stuff, because I didn't have a job at the time. He just convinced me to save up money to get one so we can play Rec Room, I think it was, and Pavlov.
Did you have a favorite out of the two, Rec Room or Pavlov? Like, which one was your favorite to play?
Definitely Rec Room. We played all summer on Rec Room.
Damn, what were your favorite games at the time, like on Rec Room?
Just any horror game and like laser tag. I was a try-hard at laser tag.
I sucked at laser tag, man. I was the worst. Next question is how did you end up finding out about Gorilla Tag?
It was Rocky again. I remember we were sitting on his trampoline and he was going through TikTok, and then it was I think it was like July of 2021, and he scrolled through a Gorilla Tag TikTok and he showed me it. He's like, yo, we got to get this game and try it out. And then we both downloaded it, and then yeah, that's how we found out about it.
It's like everybody I've interviewed has always found Gorilla Tag from TikTok.
TikTok, yeah, like TikTok and Friends. I feel like that's like...
Yeah, like VMT found it on TikTok, K9 found it on TikTok. How did you end up getting into YouTube then? Did you do YouTube before you started playing VR? Because I know you uploaded Minecraft, I think it was.
Man, I think that was like 2020. I uploaded like 3 Minecraft videos, I think it was. And then I didn't upload after that. Like I just like uploaded those and I think I just forgot. And then once I got the VR, then I started uploading again. I started uploading Rec Room. Yeah, your first Rec Room video was a Rec Room not scary video. Okay, so starting off with the horror element very early on, because that kind of leads us up to, you know, what comes next in the interview, is how did you eventually get into like the idea of Gorilla Tag horror? I think it was PBBV. That was one of the coolest like creepypasta things that I've ever like experienced, because I grew up on Roblox and there was like all these like Roblox myths and creepypastas, and I always thought those were so cool, and like I would always go like try to look for them. And then when Gorilla Tag came around, I just remember joining lobbies and like all these kids were screaming like, oh, I just saw PBBV, he's in this code, and like me and my friend were hunting him. That was like one of the most like fun times in my life. I don't really know why. It's just so nostalgic. So I think that's how like I got introduced to horror.
Yeah, and then you made a video, I think it was something about we might encounter PBBV.
Yeah.
For a little bit, you continued to upload more Rec Room content. Did you have plans to just upload Rec Room, or were you just like, I'll just upload whatever, you know?
So I really did want to be a RecTuber. I wanted to get into their creator program and everything. It wasn't until I uploaded the Daisy 09 trolling that I realized like the difference in the videos and like the popularity of the games. Like Rec Room, it's not very popular. Like the most subscribed RecTuber I think is only like 150,000 maybe. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, so I just realized like if I want to do YouTube as like my job, because I really enjoyed it, I was thinking like I probably will have to do Gorilla Tag or just switch out of Rec Room.
Was that Daisy 09 trolling video like the first one to like skyrocket, or was there ones before that?
It was the Daisy 09 one. I remember when I uploaded it, I was at like 700 subscribers, and I just remember recording it. Oops. I just remember recording it real quick. I threw it out the night that I recorded it and just like quickly edited it. And then the next morning, I woke up and I checked YouTube Studio, and like normally I would wake up and my video would have like maybe 20 views. I woke up, it had like 10,000 views.
Jesus.
And I was freaking out, and I like ran downstairs. I was telling my mom, I'm like, oh my God, I got like 10,000 views on this. And then I looked at my sub count, because I didn't look at that yet, and I was like already past 1,000. And I'm like, oh dude, I was freaking out. And then I had to go to school that day, and my mom, she was just like, all right, don't check your subs, don't check the video views until you get home, so you'll get like even more surprised. I'm like, okay. I was so impatient. I didn't even bring my phone. I had to keep stopping myself from checking it.
So like, did that growth of that video kind of like last a while? Like how much, let's say in like the first week, how far did that get you?
I think the first week ended up getting me to like 5,000 subscribers. It was like a pretty big jump. Maybe it was like 3,000. I can't really remember too well, but yeah, it's never really slowed down. It's been like pretty, like, it was like a big jump at first, and it's just like slowly still going up. Like I think it's like my second most viewed video right now.
But yeah, so after, you know, that whole thing happened, you continued to upload Gorilla Tag videos, you know, starting with an update video and then doing some more. The views were obviously a little bit lower, and then you went back to the ghost trolling, and now that video has 1 million views as well. Did that kind of spark the idea like, okay, I need to start posting more ghost trolling videos?
That one is my most popular video right now. I think it's at like 3.3 million right now. That one really like jump started everything. I think that one got me to like past 10k. I think it got me to like 40k maybe.
Jesus.
I was just reading all the comments, and people were like, oh, these videos are so entertaining, like you need to make more. And I really realized like, okay, people, they really like to watch this, and like I'm having fun making them, so I need to keep doing this, and they're doing well. I need, like, everything about this is going well.
When you were filming these videos, obviously you were using Gorilla Tag mods. Did you ever realize like, oh, like this entire thing could be over, you know, the second I get banned? Or was it just something like you didn't really cross your mind at the time?
That was the first trolling I did, the Daisy09 trolling. I got banned from that, and I kind of like just brushed it off. I'm like, oh, that sucks, whatever. And then I just kept doing it, and I was always kind of like weary of the fact like I could do this at any point. I'm sure like some of the devs have seen my videos, or like people working on the game have seen it. Like at any point they can just kick me off the game entirely, and so I've always been like scared of that. But I always made sure to not promote mods in the videos. That was like a big thing. I would try to remember to like always tell people like, don't do this, like you're gonna get banned if you do this. But I ended up getting banned again, which made me stop trolling. I haven't done trolling in like 3 or 4 months now.
Yeah, I've noticed you've just had this big switch up in content. Do you ever think you'll try and come back to doing ghost trolling, but just with not like using mods? Do you think you'll try and come back to it?
I've thought about it. The only thing stopping me is I can't really think of a way to do it as good as I did, and like get scares, like get like people genuinely scared without mods.
So how did you eventually kind of come up with the style of video? Because I remember watching your ghost trolling videos, I was like, wow, this is actually like some of the best content out there just now. Like, how did you come in the style? Like, what inspired you, and you know, what did you take in?
I think, I'm trying to remember what made me post the Daisy09. I think I was scrolling past videos, and I saw someone, they were doing a PBBV trolling. I didn't really watch it. I just saw like the thumbnail, and like they were like walking down some steps, and like all these kids were scared. So I'm like, okay, that looks really fun. I'm like, I don't want to copy them. What's another ghost? I think the only other ghost at the time was Daisy09. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that. How do I get kids scared? Like what can I do, something that's unique that will stand out? I'm like, oh, mods. I know you can get mods in public. And then I'm like, okay, what else? How can I like scare them with sounds? I'm like, oh, soundboard. So I kind of just put all those together, and then everything just really worked.
Obviously with ghost trolling, there's only so much you can really do with the ghost trolling. So how did you really come up with, you know, the different ideas? Like, there's many different ideas as you did.
Just a lot of brainstorming in school, especially. Whenever I'd have like an off class, I'd just write stuff down on my phone, just think of random ideas. And also a lot, like people are always making up ghosts in the community, so that helped a lot too. Lucy helped. That gave me a lot of ideas with what I could do. There was just a lot of stuff leading into it. There's mainly stuff with updates. Like I would always just think like the hay bales. I'm like, oh, I can hide in them, scare people, then like teleport away.
Speaking of school, did anybody at your school know about your YouTube channel? Did you go around like telling as much people as you could?
I was actually really scared to. It wasn't until I hit 10k, I think, that I told my 3 of my close friends in school. I had my 3 friends, Xander, Rocky, and Miles. That those are like my closest friends, but we don't go to the same school. They've known about it. They've been in the videos like since day one, but I didn't tell my school friends until I hit 10k, I think. And I told them like, all right, you guys can't tell anybody. Like, I don't really want anybody knowing about this. I think one of them ended up spreading it, because now I'll get like, I hear people talking about like, yo, there's a YouTuber in this school. He's got like 100k, and I'm just gonna like, pretend I don't know what they're talking about.
In terms of doing, you know, the whole YouTube thing, what do you think has been like the hardest part about it so far?
One of the hardest is editing. I think it's most definitely like the most time consuming, which I think that leads into like a lot of other problems with just like having the time to record, just time for school, time for my life. Like editing takes up a lot of my day now. So I'd say editing is most definitely the hardest part.
Yeah, so aside from editing, was there any struggles that came along with the whole YouTube thing?
I would just say like in the community, in the Gorilla Tag community, I'm not liked. I'm like aware that I'm not really liked in the community, not by everyone. or it's just like I went into Gorilla Tag Discord and like I just talked like a few times, and then already I was having people like, they're like, oh, I'm not supposed to talk to you. Oh, I know who you are. So like it kind of sucks, I guess, but like I know what I did wasn't allowed. So like they have a reason to not like me. So I guess that kind of sucks.
Are you now trying to like kind of redeem that a little bit with, you know, not modding anymore, just posting the best content you can?
Yeah, I'm trying to just be like more positive, like stick to all the rules, just like be like a better influence in the community.
Okay, what kind of made you decide to make that transition?
It was when I got banned, and then I realized, like, I was going through the Discord and I was going through my comments, and like people were just like, oh man, we're still gonna watch your videos even if you're banned. And like the people in the Discord that were like still kind of unhappy with me, I was like, okay, these videos do well, but a lot of people don't appreciate me doing them because I'm directly breaking a rule, and that's not fair. And then like the ban just kind of like sparked it all, where I just kind of realized like I gotta switch up the content. I can't keep doing this.
Okay, so with, you know, your entire YouTube journey from start to, I want to say finish, but like where you are now, what has been your 3 favorite moments?
I would definitely say my favorite moment was getting invited to VidCon by J-Man. Yeah, that was definitely my favorite, even though I didn't go because I didn't have the money. That was like that was the first time I was recognized by like a big YouTuber, and that was like really, really special. I'm just trying to remember because he put us in a group. He put like a couple of us in a group chat, and I got to meet K9, Turbo. I already knew VMT beforehand, but that was probably my favorite moment. I'm trying to think of the other 2 though. I'd say the second was doing videos with K9. I would just say like in general, like becoming friends with YouTubers. That was probably the coolest part, because like you don't really realize how much you can relate to them, even though like the difference in age. But that was super fun, just meeting everybody.
Yeah, who's been your favorite YouTuber to meet like off camera?
I would probably say K9, just because I definitely say out of all YouTubers, he's probably like my closest friend out of all the YouTubers. And when we met, we were like the same sub level. We were like competing in subs, and then he like skyrocketed.
Yeah, he took off way faster than anyone expected.
Yeah, he was such like a good sport about it. He was like super humble about it, and then he still wanted to keep doing videos with me. So I would say he's a really nice guy. I love K9.
Oh my god, so flattering for K9. Oh my god. You have one more favorite thing you could tell us?
Kind of just like this. I don't want this to sound the wrong way. I would just say like proving my family wrong in a way, because I started it. And my mom was just like, oh, you're spending way too much time on this. You need to be focusing on school. Like the chances of this happening and you making money off this is just, and like making a career out of this is too low. And then when I did start making money, and I turned this into like an actual job that I enjoy, and like my whole family started to know about it, that was like a really good feeling. Just like I kind of like proved them wrong in a way.
It's cool seeing people like, you know, get told that, you know, something that's probably not going to happen, and then like boom, out of nowhere, you know, they're finally doing it. I feel like it's always a success story, but now you just got to keep it going though. You don't want to try and fall off the face of the earth. Yeah, so what are your plans going forward now?
I would just say I'm just gonna stick to Gorilla Tag and just see what happens. I think Gorilla Tag is just gonna keep growing for a little bit. I'm just gonna stick to this and just see what happens, I guess. If it doesn't go well, like if Gorilla Tag falls off or whatever, I'm probably gonna start another channel and just start posting on that, just in case stuff goes wrong. I'll have like a backup. Yeah.
So do you have any like, you know, big videos planned that you can tell us about sort of without leaking the entire thing?
I do, but I think it would be, I think if I said anything about it, it would, okay, I could just say this. It's going to involve a lot of big YouTubers.
All right. Comment down below what you think it is. I wonder if anyone will guess it.
I don't know. It's pretty, I think it's pretty unique. I haven't seen anyone done it.
Okay. Nah, you got me interested now. I'm not usually like too interested into YouTube, but now I'm actually kind of interested.
Hi everybody, you've made it to the end of the video. I just want to quickly say thank you so much for watching. And I want to quickly explain what these videos are, because not a lot of people seem to know what these videos are, but a lot of people seem to enjoy them. So I feel like I just give a tiny little bit of a clarification on why I'm doing this. So when I was younger, I loved watching talk shows and like comedy shows. It's been one of my favorite things. And growing up, I started to watch podcasts and like little documentaries. I've always wanted to do some sort of podcast. I've tried one before, that failed. And so after a little while, I decided to try come back to it, but just in a more short form style. of uploading like 15-minute interview videos, which I have found really enjoyable to do. Now, yes, these videos are not visually the most enjoyable, but they are audio enjoyable. I don't know what the word is, but they're more audible. Audioable? I don't know the word. I try to make it feel like you would be watching a podcast and not a super over-edited documentary style video. That's why there's not much editing in them. I think the only time I would put a lot of editing effort into a video like this is if I've been given resources to do so. Like, say we're talking about something and that creator will send me, you know, said thing we're talking about. Those are the only times I would put some more effort into it. But for now, I want to keep these low edited enjoyable videos because I want the people who are watching it to have the same experience to the people who would just be listening to it, is kind of what I'm trying to go for here. So like, you could put this on, you know, in your car and you would still be able to understand everything that's going on, or, you know, you could put it on, I don't know, when you're about to sleep, or if you're, you know, making food, stuff like that. But yeah, that's really about it. I have a Discord server, you guys can join that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. jmancurly interview at 50,000 subscribers. Subscribe!